So yeah, thank you for inviting me and for telling you a bit about the about One Mission, what we are actually, and what is our mission, our vision, and yeah, so I'm really excited to tell you a bit more of us. So yeah, I thought about the title, why we need, why the world needs more female entrepreneurs and female founders. And I think it's a really strong topic, and I'm not pretty sure if I can answer this question in 50 minutes, but I will try. So I prepared some takeaways for you. And I don't want to bore you with all the numbers. I'm pretty sure we all agree that we need more female entrepreneurs and a more diverse, gender diverse entrepreneurship somehow. And so if you don't know it, I just tell you two numbers. The first number is, it's the newest from the Deutsche Startup Monitor from 2021. It says that 17.7% of the German startups are or have at least one female founder in their team, and only 12.9% of board members in the German companies are women. So you see, there is a need, and we have to change something about that. And I'm pretty sure it will not happen in the next 3 or 4 years. I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm pretty sure maybe in a few hundred years we will reach the goal to have a 50%. A number of female founders and female startups and female board members in companies. So before I start and give you some ideas and introduce One Mission to you, I want to start with a little story about myself and about what I experienced and actually how we got the idea of starting this initiative at Werk 1. So Werk 1 is called the most startup-friendly place in Munich. It's a huge founder center. We have something around 35 to 40 startups staying here, renting offices here. And what we also do, or what my job basically is, I'm head of events and service. So we organize startup events here, but also like external events with some clients who book a room or an event space at Werk 1, and then they have their conference or whatever here. And one day I went through one of these event spaces with around 100 to 150 people in the audience, and I don't know, 5 to 6 people on the stage. And I realized there weren't any women. So there was one woman, and she was the one who interviewed and moderated the panel discussion. But there were really only men, and this was not even different men. They all looked the same. They all had the same outfit. They wore the same suit. They were the same age. And I asked the host, what is that? What is it? I don't know, is it a gay club? Because that would be the only excuse that there are no women invited. And she said, no, it's a consulting company. And I said, oh, really? These are the people who consult other companies and tell them how to run their company and to be successful. Okay, wow. And of course, it is a successful company. And of course, it's not. I don't want to tell the people how to do their job or how they can do their job. But I was just a bit shocked, and I really didn't know what to say. And I asked her then why there aren't any women on the stage, because I mean, it's consulting. I'm pretty sure there are some female experts in that topic. And she said, or he said, no, we couldn't find any. And we tried, but there were no female experts. And then I realized, okay, I really would love to tell him, yes, there are. And I have some contacts in my pool, and I can recommend some experts. But at that time I couldn't. And yeah, that bothered me a little bit. So I talked to my coworkers, and Maike, who was startup manager here, she told me, you know what, when I have a look at the startup teams in-house at Werk 1, I don't know how many women we actually have in the founder board. And I said, oh, come on, let's have a look. And we have this member portal, member board. So we had a look at it. And yeah, I think we had, at that time, we had more Felixes in the house than women. So we decided, okay, we have to change something about it. How can we change it? What can we do about it? And why do we want to do it? And this is basically my question that I want to answer today. So why do we need more of these female entrepreneurs? And I think the first takeaway I want to show you or to give you is because you should break with stereotypes. We all are, we cannot overcome the stereotype topic in an overnight or in a few years. I mean, we all have these expectations, if it's for men, for women. So we also want to fulfill these expectations and the stereotypes, so we cannot escape them. But I think it's very important to take any chance you get to break with these stereotypes. So maybe you read in the little biography I sent that I also wrote my master thesis about masculinity and the construction of masculinity when it comes to cooking. And it's the same. So when there is when it's cooking for the family and for the children, then most of the time it's the woman and the wife. But when it comes to barbecue and fire and I don't know stuff, then it's typical man. And then imagine you have to say, oh, I don't know how to put meat on the barbecue grill. It's just an expectation. It's a stupid example, but this are kind of expectations that also men have to fulfill. And for women, it's the same. So when we are talking about stereotypes, which is a huge new topic, and I could talk about it for hours, we should always think about how we can break them. And even if it's just the part-time, the man who works part-time. I mean, I don't know how many men you know who work part-time. I don't know any. And even if they ask for it, it's a topic. They talk about it, and it's not the common expectation you have. So the second thing is why we need more female entrepreneurs is because they bring in different perspectives. Not only women, of course, every kind of diverse perspective you can have is important for your company and also for the success of your company. So when we look at the pandemic, for example, the last 2 years, I mean, it's proof that female leaders and rulers, they make different decisions, and sometimes they're even better. So talking about stereotypes, right? But men are more aggressive and they have more maybe this alpha male thing in it, and women have less. So this is also something I think is very, very important to show you, because I think companies run by women are not, I don't want to say that they're always better, but it's very important to bring in a different perspective. And the third, and I think most important takeaway is because companies are more successul, the more diversity you have, it has not to be gender diversity, but the more diversity you have in your company, I truly believe in that, makes your company more successful. Because when I imagine I run a company with only people who are the same age as I am and have the same familiar background or the same cultural background, or I don't know, the same education, how should there be any innovation? How should there be different perspectives and ideas? And this is the most important thing, right? You don't want to be stuck in your ideas you had 20 years ago. You want to improve. And I'm pretty sure and I truly believe that you can only get that when you have a diverse team. So I want to quote this lady. I think she's one of the most important and most famous women in the history of the United States of America. It's Ruth Ginsburg. I'm pretty sure everybody knows her. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. And yes, this is something I truly believe in. Which doesn't mean that men make bad decisions. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of men who run great companies and are very successful, but there are also a lot of men who fail. We should maybe talk about that one day. The next question is, how do we get there? So how do we get more female entrepreneurs? And maybe we all agree and say, yeah, we need that. And okay, let's go there. But how? And what I realized in the last 2 years, I mean, we started One Mission in 2019 in December. So we, as you can see on the picture, we put a lot of female experts, entrepreneurs, founders, VCs in one place and ask them, what can we do about it? What are your greatest challenges? And there was so much power in the air. And this was when I realized we need more role models. When I imagine I was, I don't know, 15, 16, 18 years old, there were no real female role models in the startup in the startup area. And I think this is one of the most important things. Be a role model. Take any chance to be a role model. And if you cannot because you don't want to be on the stage and you don't want to hold a keynote, or you I don't know, don't like don't like to be this, I don't know, you don't want to, then offer the place on the stage to another one or recommend someone. I think visibility is so important to give women a place on the table or on the stage and make them to role models. And this third one, which is also very, very important, and it helps you a lot, is to surround yourself with female entrepreneurs, which means just try to grow your network as much as possible and surround yourself with these inspiring women entrepreneurs, and try to have as many contacts as possible if you need something, if you have questions in any cases. So this is something that One Mission wants to do and did actually in the last 2 years. We built up a huge network with great women and also men, of course, great experts who helped us to support female founders in any cases, and when it comes to how to combine business with family, how to find a VC, how to, I don't know, how to write a business plan. And you cannot know anything, of course, and you don't have to. And this is why you just have to have a strong network. And if you're still looking for a network and you don't know where to go yet, you can get in touch with us. You can join us on LinkedIn. We are building our new website right now, so it will be online hopefully in January. But until January, you can just join us on LinkedIn and write us an email. And I really hope that we can have new networking and great networking events in the next year. So come by if you are in Munich. If not, then you can join via Zoom or Google Hangouts. And I'm really looking forward to your questions. Thanks for having me, and thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. This is so cool. I think this is quite a big mission you have, but I can totally resonate with what you were saying. Like at least from my experience, to get like this female perspective like in a project is so super nice, because it's always like so different than like a man's perspective. And I can totally resonate. And by the way, I've been working part-time already in my career. I don't know if someone else in the audience already also did this, but it's okay. I mean, this is often an ego topic, right? And yes, what society is expecting, etc.
And of course, I always have to. I don't want to sound like I hate all men. Sometimes when I'm preparing the keynotes or the slides, it was like, okay, I'm always, I don't know, maybe I'm talking too much about how important women are and how bad men are. I don't want to sound like that, but but I think it's just important that we reflect ourselves and that we be a bit sensitive, maybe. I think that's it. And and I'm really happy to hear that you work part-time.
Right now, at the moment, not anymore. But I think it's totally makes sense what you're saying. And maybe a question about this like stereotype thing. I don't know if you also have this feeling. I don't have numbers right now or any statistics in that regard, But what's your take on like this development? People are talking about that women are like developing a more and more masculine way of like behavior, etc. Are you also like noticing such developments, or what's your take on this? Like to be, yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of going on. For me, I have the expectations. There are different kind of, I think movement is too strong, but yeah, movements maybe. So yes, I can totally see that there are these, women acting like men, kind of, which means they compare each other many times. So everybody knows this example when, I don't know, when a man yells, he's strong and he knows what he wants, and when a woman shouts, or then she's hysterical and stuff like that. So yeah, you have these different stereotypes. Yeah, even if people are acting the same, but men are different. For men, by men, it's a different character than by women. I see that women maybe try to copy men's behavior, but at the same time, I think there's also a kind of movement in the maybe in the man's world, I would say, in the man business world. I think men are getting more sensitive. I think they know. I mean, the example I had, it was 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure if the conference would be tomorrow, it wouldn't look the same. I think they are more sensitive in knowing, okay, I cannot have a panel discussion with 6 men. There has to be a woman at least, or 2 women. The best would be 2 women. And I think this is something that changes as well, hopefully. That's my experience. And also there are other female role models who, like one of my favorite, she's I don't know, like the rock star of digital female founders. It's Tijen Onaran. She runs Global Digital Women, and she's not the total opposite, but she really wants to fulfill also the women's stereotypes, the female stereotypes, which means she's wearing colorful outfits and super red lipstick, and really shouts out, I want to be feminine, and I want to be a woman but successful as well. So you don't have to choose between these two characteristics, kind of. Yeah.
Super interesting. Thank you so much. So let me check any questions from the audience. Guys, feel free to just drop them in the chat. We've still 10 minutes left. Quite plenty of time to answer some questions. Or if you still have something to share, Marlene, feel free also to share some of your insights. Maybe from your master thesis. what were the statistics? It was like you were observing a kitchen situation.
No. No. No, I don't know if you all know the magazine Beef. It's a German magazine for. Wait, let me. Maybe I can show you. It's a German magazine for beef, for meat.
Okay.
And it says wait. It's called Beef für Männer mit Geschmack. It's like for men with taste, right? So it's, and I found it in, I don't know, anywhere in a store and a kiosk, and I was really shocked and was like, okay, is this a joke or is it I don't know, do they really mean it? And then I had this thesis. So my thesis was, it's a desperate cry for being masculine again. So, and it really is. So I think, this whole magazine is really interesting because it's not really, I think it's 11 euros or something. So it's not cheap. And the whole topics are meat and how to prepare meat. So it's like the GQ for meat. And the most expensive knives, the most expensive kitchens, the most expensive grills, the most expensive meat. So, and really it's so, yeah, it's too much. You on every page you think, okay, that's just too much. So there is no man in the world who cooks like that. And this is why I analyzed this magazine. And yeah, so at the end, actually my thesis was, okay, maybe it's a cry for help and for being able and allowed to be masculine again and staying on the fire and and cooking meat while the whole world around you is slow food and vegan and vegetarian and yeah.
Crazy, interesting.
But I had fun. It was 6 months and I had really fun.
Yeah, I truly believe this. So we have a question from Mary. Do you think Germany has more or less women in these positions than, for example, UK or USA?
Less women. I don't have all the numbers in my head, but I'm sure, for example, when I told you that 13% of all board members are women, in Germany, in the USA, it's 30%. So it's much more. UK, honestly, I don't know. And I do not have the exact numbers, but I'm sure there are, or I know there are much more female founders in the startup ecosystem in the USA. I think this is a huge other topic is I think the working culture in the different countries. Maybe the UK is closer to the German one, but the UK, the American working culture is totally different. So when you have a look at Silicon Valley, all this founder spirit is totally different. And of course, there are also topics like Elternzeit, Kindergeld, stuff like that. I don't know how they handle it in USA, but I think this idea of I'm starting my own company, and if I fail, it doesn't matter. I start something new is an American spirit, and we don't have that in Germany. Honestly, I realized that since many years that people the German working culture always wants to be secure. Security is the most important thing. How can I don't know, support my family? How can I support myself? How can I afford an apartment in Munich? This is, I think, something that is typical for Germany or for the German entrepreneurship, that you want to be secure. And I don't think in the USA it's the same. They have more this, come on, let's try it spirit, which is awesome. And I'm really missing that sometimes in Germany as well.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have this spirit in Germany yet. Hopefully, yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Another question: are your initiative also connected with other regarding political feminist demands?
Well, we are based at Werk 1, as I said in the beginning, and Werk 1 is funded by the Bavarian Ministry for Economics. This is why we have to be very careful when it comes to political demands. So we are not allowed to be political, but of course it's a political topic, right? So when you talk about, gender diversity, or maybe you want to have a special amount of female founders or positions who are how you say, where women are in charge, then it's always political. So we have to be a bit careful. So we are connected to other initiatives like Global Digital Women. We had this FemUp startup and campaign with the different startup units in Cologne, Hamburg, and Berlin. We work together with the Business. We work together with the Prime Crowd, which is a female investors network. So we appreciate the cooperation with other initiatives. That's super important. I mean, you cannot change the world on your own, probably. We are not Elon Musk. He can maybe, but we cannot. And I think I truly believe in the power of these corporations and as many initiatives as possible to support this idea. But no, we are not political.
Cool. Thanks for clarifying. So any other questions? Feel free. We have still 3 more minutes, so we could easily cover 1 or 2 more questions. Just drop them in the chat.
Maybe I can also share the LinkedIn, our LinkedIn.
Yeah, of course. Whatever suits, like people can reach out.
Yeah.
All right, Mary, just drop the exact numbers.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, quite a big difference indeed. Yeah.
So why is Germany so behind? That is such a good question, Mary. I don't know. There are still some areas. There are areas in Germany where you have no Wi-Fi. I don't know. Yeah, good question. It's a good topic for the next keynote. Why is Germany so behind?
Yeah, I can totally relate. This is like in so many sectors, Germany is always behind. But yeah, but maybe now it's a chance, like with new technology, to catch up and get up to speed again. All right, guys, if there are no questions anymore, we can just like take a short break, take a deep breath. I think next speaker is already there. Marlene, do you have anything else to share, or?
No, I think.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a great talk, and all the best for your mission.
Thank you very much.
Fingers crossed. And yeah, Mark, hi. I can directly hand over to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.